It's been a while, but I'm back again with another art and story time. And today we're seeing if you remember these super niche anime. Anime. I'm not sure what the plural version is actually. And today I'm working on this fan art piece of the Sonic crew. A lot of their VAs are going to be at Segoy Expo in a week. And this is a fan art piece that of course con goers can get signed. It's a lot of characters, so pray for me. Of course, this is made on my iPad using Procreate. So if you have any questions about my digital art process, of course, as usual, please let me know. When I was younger, about preschool age, I did start watching anime, namely Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon. And then in elementary school, I did watch Toonami with a lot of Pokemon on it, of course. This was short-lived, however, because my parents wanted to save money by getting rid of our satellite TV. My childhood home still had one of those old 80s TV antennas on the top of our house. It was actually pretty cool because you could climb it to get to the roof. But anyways, you could either manually turn it or use a dial to turn it from the inside and get free waves. So basically free TV you didn't have to pay for. So at that point, cartoon and anime choices were pretty limited to WB Kids, PBS, and like one channel that would randomly play Digimon. So my introduction to Sonic wasn't actually through the games. It was through the Sonic X anime, believe it or not. I know the 4Kids dubs are kind of infamous and can get a little bit of a bad rap, but I also have a special place in my heart because I was watching those dubs as a kid. Of course, I watched the other shows that were on WB at the time. So the original Teen Titans run, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh. But there was also some more niche anime that I don't really see people talk about as much. There was Mega Man NT Warrior, Beautiful Joe. The Digimon I watched, I think was Digimon Frontier. And it's kind of funny because I'll have friends come up to me being like, oh, did you ever watch the show when you were a kid? And I would be like, I think maybe once when I was in a hotel or at somebody's house. So that detail has kind of become a little infamous among my friends. Of course, being a 90s kid, I do remember when my family got our first computer. I think it was late elementary school because I remember playing Neopets on it, and I remember being scared so much of the dial-up noises. And also very early on, my parents yelling at me through the walls to get off the internet so they could use the house line. Other than very, very early streaming sites, my sister would download a lot of anime through LimeWire. That's how I watched my first Studio Ghibli films like Castle in the Sky and Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. I, of course, was introduced to Naruto via this way. We also watched lesser-known anime that time as well. Things like D and Angel and also Angelic Layer. My sister also started amassing a huge anime DVD collection where we watched anime like Get Backers and Wolves Rain. After that, streaming services became popular and now all anime is basically accessible. But if you've heard of some of the niche anime that I mentioned, please let me know. And if you watch some niche anime that no one talks about, also comment, let me know.